Hello YouTube, this is Royal Mix Gaming. We're going to go over the best marches for free-to-play and low spenders. So if you've watched my other guide for your early game, I highly recommended Saladin, because then you can use YSG that you should have maxed first, and paired him with your Saladin all the way up to KVK 3. So then once you get to your 300 days, past your 300 days, you can start to work on William. You only have to do William 5551. Same thing with Saladin. You pair those together. Don't ever have to separate them. Probably my favorite march for a low spender and free to play because it's such a cheap march and I still use it and it's really, really good. The next pair you could do if you're wanting to kind of work with your YSG is you start to work on Artie. She's very tanky, doesn't need to be maxed, and she works fairly well with YSG. Because once you're working towards some other marches with her, so you can have her later on, even though her with YSG is not the best, but it's still pretty good because she silences herself. But it's still a lot of damage and pretty good. So what you're going to do is first thing you're still going to do is Saladin and William, and then you're going to start working on her. So once you have her 5515, you pair her with your maxed YSG, and you start to save up for either, you can start working on either Nebu or Ramses. Both of them I would recommend you max, most likely, over time. But what you'd want to do is you get your Saladin William done, you get your Artie done so you can pair her with YSG, then you kind of just save up. And what you can start doing is you can get Tamaris for Artie, so that you can start doing Artie and Tamaris. And once you have Art and Tamaris, you can still have Saladin William, and you'd have your either Nebu YSG or you can do Ram YSG. That'd be two archer marches that you could do. So you can work with your YSG around, so you can pair them with YSG for kind of like your best pairs. What you'd want to do after that, you can either do that, or you can either start working on another option you can do if you're not wanting to do any archers at all, or fewer archers, is to still do your Saladin William first off, and then you're going to work on Alex. Alex needs to be maxed, so you can pair him with your YSG for your next KVK after that. So once you have both of them done, you're going to work on Guan. You don't have to max Guan, but I'd like to have him maxed just because it's nice. You don't have to, so if you don't want to, it'd be 5155, and you pair him with your Alex, and then you still have Saladin William, and you're having Guan Alex, and then you're going to try and find a pair for your YSG at some point. So what you would work on again, I still would highly recommend is Artie. You would do Art and YSG for long term, and then once you work a little bit longer, you're going to do Art and Tamaris all the way down here, and then Nebu YSG would be what I'd recommend. So what you would do is Guan Alex, Alex YSG for a while, or Saladin William, Alex YSG, then you work towards Guan Alex, and either you can do Art and YSG, or if you still don't want to do archers, you can work on Alex, and you can work on Harold. And still then you'd have to get Guan and Leo. So you'd have to do a Guan 5155 and a Leo 5511 and a max Alex and a max Harold. Harold's pretty good. Oh, I guess I can add a skill. Didn't even notice. That's the good skill. You want the last skill maxed, I'm pretty sure. But you can do that if you want to work on more infantry. Once you get done with those, Saladin William, your Guan Alex, or your Guan Leo and Alex Harold, and then I would still want to work on Artie. Artie's so good, I would still work on Artie. That would be where you'd be going next if you're wanting to go on infantry first and get Guan. So like I said, so you'd want to do Saladin William, Alex and YSG first, then what you're going to work towards is Guan Alex, then if you're still wanting to work on infantry, is Alex Harold, and then Guan Leo. Max Alex and Harold, and a 5155 Guan and a 5511 Leo, and then start to work on Artie to pair with YSG, and you can work on Art and Tommy, and then Nebu YSG is the way I would go with it. If you didn't do Saladin, you didn't like Saladin, and you're just all into archers as a low spender and free to play, would not recommend it. One march of archers is not too bad. You know, if you do like Art and YSG, and then you work towards Art and Tommy, and Nebu YSG, those are really good marches. That's okay, but if you're really into archers and you want to do a lot of archers, you'd probably want to do your YSG first, and then go into Ramses. So you'd have to max Ramses. And if you don't want to do Ramses, you can do Nebu, but they both need to be maxed, so either you do Ram YSG or Nebu YSG, but what I'd recommend is do Ram YSG, so you have that march. Then you work on an Artie, and you pair her with Tamaris, so you have those two archer marches. And then if you're wanting to do even more archers, then you're going to have to try and figure out what you want to kind of go for, because you could always do Cyrus and stuff, but I really don't like archers for low spenders and free to play. It's very difficult. The highest one I would recommend out of all this stuff is you do Saladin William first. Then I would do Guan with Alex first, so you have those together. Then I would start to work on Leo, so you could pair Guan Leo, Alex and YSG, and then Saladin William, so that then you can start after that work on Artie, do Art and Tamaris, Nebu YSG, Guan Leo, Alex Harold, and Saladin William. So those are the 5 marches that I'm using. Those are the ones I would highly recommend. If you don't like Alex and Harold, you can always do like a Charles and Harold, but then you can skip Alex and do Leo if you want. It's kind of harder to do that, but one more time is Guan Leo, Alex and Harold, Nebu YSG, Art and Tamaris, and then Saladin William. Those are the 5 I would go recommend for anybody, free to play, low spend. It just kind of depends on how you want to go about it. So like I said, if you had Alex, you can do Alex YSG. If you went on Saladin, you use Saladin William, and you pair your YSG with like a Richard or a Charles or something until you can get Alex and work on that. If you have more calves, you can always do, Saladin Khan instead of Saladin William, but I don't really like that, so I'd rather you try and do Saladin William and try not to have Khan as much. So if you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions about like what you should do next or anything, just leave a comment down below. Leave a like and subscribe, and have a nice day.